Welcome to this week's episode of Travelin Young. We missed last week. We're so sorry. But we have a very, very important episode this week. And why is that, Maya?
Because I have gotten my Studenterhue. It has arrived in the mail.
Yes.
Got delivered to my school last week. And I just wanted to do a little, Studenterhue tour.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what we are going to do on this week's Travelin Young.
Here it is.
Here it is.
I've also gotten some other little trinkets.
Yeah, there's other things
just
over
like
here.
Sweatband things, but this is the most important stuff. Well, first of all, I have the hat.
Yes, you have to show off the hat.
Yes.
So for those of you who are watching this who maybe aren't Danish, why don't you explain this? Because when I first saw this, I was like, why are there a bunch of teenagers walking around with sailor hats?
Yeah, also because when we moved here was around the time that people were graduating.
Yeah, it was, and that was a whole experience.
Like the first time I saw it, I thought it was like a themed party where everyone's like a sailor, and I was like, oh, that's fun, because the Studenterhue kind of looks like a party busk thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but then we saw it like 4 more times, and I was like, okay, now I'm confused.
This is a theme.
Yeah,
this is a theme. So instead of, I think the short of it is that instead of we get the mortars and the robe, the big flat hats and the robe, you don't get anything else.
No, you don't get any clothes or anything.
You don't get any clothes, no robes. You just get this hat. But I would say this is fancier than what we get.
Absolutely.
Why don't you take us on a tour?
Okay, if you would like you have on your hat. A tour. So I have a little fancy little pillow on the inside that it came with.
Pillow.
So we'll remove the little pillow. But so I got the ID hat, which means that it was like fully customizable. I go to an STX, so that's why I have red. STX just means like a kind of general. Yeah,
and you get different colored bands depending upon what kind of school you go to.
Yeah,
right?
There's like a bajillion different kind of like colors you can get, but the main ones are red and then light blue and dark blue. Mm-hmm. I always mix up which is which, but one of them is business and one of them is like a STEM sciencey kind of school. Yeah. But I have red because I'm boring. So.
And then if you go to an international school, you get one that's got flags on it or something.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
But and then we have this little, it has a name, I don't know what it is, but circle thing. I just got the classic cross, but I got it bedazzled. Ooh. And I also chose the darker color because the more classic color is like a red. But that doesn't match this because you can't change the color of this.
Yeah, see.
So I thought this matched better. So.
It looks really lovely.
Yes. And then, I have the little white little flowers on top. Yeah. And I'll cover the name of my school. And here's my name on the back. I put it in red because I thought it would be more low-key, you know? Yeah. And then, inside of the hat. I just realized today that there's actually, like, some of the rules for the hat are, like, here under the, like, sweatband.
Yeah, this is fascinating to me.
Cool.
So talk a little bit about the rules. Okay. As much as you can without
the family watches this. So, but one of the biggest rules that I've already had to do now is if you put the hat on before your last exam, you have to jump over it backwards 3 times to wash away the bad luck. And if you don't do it, it's bad luck for your exams.
You did that last night because you tried it on. She tried it on the other night while we were eating dinner,
and then I had to.
And then she put it on the floor and jumped over it backwards.
Well, I'm not risking anything.
She's not risking anything.
So and then there's also things with like your best friends have to bite the. I don't know what this is called.
Bill.
Yes,
the bill.
The bill of the hat. So by the end, there'll be a lot of bite marks here. Mm-hmm. And then you're supposed to write the grade of your last exam in the middle here. Then if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, you write their name next to the grade.
And you've got a little pen in here?
Yes.
Which is really great.
Yeah, mine comes with a pen because the idea is your friends and everyone also writes like messages inside the hat.
That's so
cool.
it
comes with a pen that stays in the hat. And then there's all kinds of other rules, like more tradition things. So traditionally, you would like cut things into your hat, into the like band here of your hat. You would cut it. But since some people don't want to cut their hat, they've started making these pins now, which are to show the same thing. So just a few of these. This one is if you finish like, I think it's 24 beers. So like a case of beer. This one is if you go skinny dipping with your hat on.
Yeah.
This one is if you stay up for 24 hours and see the sunrise after a party.
Yeah.
This one is if you run through a field only with your hat on. And I'm not going to say the other ones.
Yeah, so
and there's a few other more obscure ones that I will have to cut into the hat if I do them, but these are the most classic ones.
Yeah, so I think those were a bit of a surprise because especially the fact that they have them written down in like a guide on the website as to what they all are.
Yeah, the most classic stuff is on their website. And you know, some of the stuff is here with like, oh, if you stay up all night and then you have to clip something into your hat.
What I really love about your hat is I thought this was great. You can't really see it, but you can see it. I can see it here, and I know you can see it. Maya, she got Rugla Mafut
written in my
on
hat.
The bill on the inside of the hat. I thought that was so funny.
You can get like engraved messages with the ID hat, and some people write like, "We did it," but I just thought it would be kind of funny to, I don't know, write something to, I don't know, remember that I'm not Danish, I guess. Some other little, I got the nice velour box.
Velour box.
I have never seen one of the other boxes from the other years, but something I've noticed is that this one says, by appointment to the Royal Danish Court.
Yes.
So I haven't seen the other boxes, but I would guess that the other ones say appointment to
Queen.
Her Majesty,
Her Majesty the Queen. But
so now they're... Yeah.
So that's a maybe a separate video as to what happens, because there's a lot of businesses that say by appointment to the royal, to the Queen.
Yeah.
So now it would be by royal appointment to the King.
They have to that's another video.
Yeah. Anyway, they're going through a process.
It doesn't say the Queen.
So that doesn't say the Queen or the King right now. So,
but yeah, I've also got some other little trinkets here. I got a little whistle, and I got a little iron-on American flag. Yeah, you could get different flags, and they had the American one. I don't know where I'll put it on the hat, but somewhere. I got this horn. I'm not going to blow it for you because I just
it was really
realized
loud.
That it was very loud.
It was so loud.
I tried it now for the first time. That was a lot. But, yeah,
and we don't have it out, but there's actually a whole nother
you can
cover.
You can ask for another top here. I think you can take it off. It's like,
don't mess it up.
It's like
probably
clipped
attached.
on. It is, there's like little.
So, but that's actually quite nice though, because then I think there's a lot of partying going on, and so
yes. Here you can kind of
see. Maybe show you can see that it can take it come off.
And some people actually put like credit cards and stuff in here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
actually,
use it as like a little purse.
But that was quite nice, because you were telling me all the things that you were planning on doing with it, and telling me some of the more crazy things, like people drink beer off the top of their hat and stuff. And
you're
of course that's going to mess it up. So when she told me that there was an option to get an extra cover, I was like, let's do that.
Yeah, because it's pretty it's a pretty common tradition that you'll funnel beer using the hat. So there's going to be a lot of crazy things with this hat. So I need to be happy that it looks nice. Now.
So, I guess maybe one of the things that I think is interesting is thinking about everybody, I think in the U.S. always looks forward to getting their robe and their mortar and stuff. And I know that was something that you were really disappointed about, not being able to have graduation in the U.S. when we first moved. But
I think I was more disappointed about not having to have graduation in the U.S. as a whole. I didn't really care about specifically the robe or cap. I was like, wasn't like, I want to wear that square hat so bad, please.
But I feel like this is special.
This is way better.
This is super special.
This is way better. Yeah. Also, because putting on your cap and gown in the U.S. is not really graduating is a celebratory thing, but the act of putting them on is not anything. You just put it on.
Maybe until you get your master's or your PhD or something.
Just putting the outfit on is not a whole thing. But putting the hat on is a whole situation. That's what I mean.
So talk about that. Talk about when do you get the hat? Because you were saying that there's rules about when you can put the hat on. So explain that to everybody.
So I'm technically not supposed to put it on. I will, but and that's why if you do before your last exam, you have to jump over it.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to, you officially get your hat and are allowed to wear it after your last exam.
Yeah.
And what happens after your last exam is you walk out, and then your family or whoever is waiting for you, and they put the hat on you. So it's supposed to be someone very important in your life puts the hat on you. And like the moment they put the hat on you, it's like, now you graduated.
Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah.
I think that's so special.
Yeah. So it is really like special, the act of just putting it on.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like some sort of like holy object.
You give it reverence.
All right. Well, I'm here, by the way. Why don't we wrap the video up?
Yep.
Yeah.
With you putting it on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then we can say goodbye as you're jumping over it.
Yes. So, I'll be in the back just jumping over it.
Yeah, why don't you put it on and we can see you.
Okay, I'll do the illegal things now that you're not supposed to do. But
it looks so
here it is. I was also really worried because the try-on hat was very ugly. So I was like, I'm so scared that the hat's going to look bad on me. But it looks so good.
Breaking rules, though.
Yes.
Now you gotta
I'm going to jump over it.
Now you gotta do it.
I have no socks on, so you're not getting any free content. Okay.
Oh, where are we going?
Okay, you have to jump over it backwards. So you can say bye, and I'll be over here. Don't mind me.
Get in the picture there, buddy. Okay.
And this is so chaotic.
Okay.
All right, are we ready? One. So this is Maya jumping over her hat. We're so excited for her to graduate from gymnasium and to finally be able to put this hat on, be done with all of her exams, and go through one of the most important parts of being a Dane. So we're super excited. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye. Bye.